totally transformational, absolutely, and I had a couple of very profound experiences here.
This is just, it's a haven. It's a place, once you go through those gates of the M11, you know, you're in a different world. You're away from the world.
The inspiration for Gerri's Place came about after my mum passed away. She would have struggled with depression and anxiety over the years, and we struggled to find the right support for her. It either wasn't available or it was out of reach in terms of cost. And I guess my mum was a really strong person and she really wanted the tools to support herself, and that service just wasn't available at the time. And I really started to reflect on how we all, at certain points in our life, will struggle and will need that bit of support early. I mean, a big part of the ethos for Gerri's Place is making these kind of supports accessible for people who would ordinarily be not in a position to pay for them.
Part of the weekend is to give samples of lots of different tools and techniques that can help you just cope with the day-to-day stresses that we all have, regardless, and it's for everybody. You know, it's the mother with the 3 kids, and it's the executive, you know, at the top of their game. Everybody suffers with stress, with grief, with trauma at some point in their lives, and having a place like Gerri's Place to come and just take a breath, you know, just to relax and let it all go for a couple of days, to refocus, to reset.
Well, I had a history of trauma, I suppose, and the 3 major ones were I had cancer 3 times, and battled with it, with trying to cope with that, and then my son died, and that was one trauma. I couldn't. I could take on the cancer, but that was the toughest one. So that's when I came to Gerri's Place. Yeah.
Really, I was just totally burnt out, looking for something to alleviate some of the symptoms of stress, which no sleep, lack of appetite, mood changes. As I say, I was really at the end of my tether.
But I guess what we do here can be summed up really in 3 words. It's really rest, reset, connect. That's the phrase that we've been using. The aim really is to take somebody out of a stressful, maybe difficult life situation and just take them away and mind them for a couple of days, give them an opportunity to rest and reset, and also to empower them by exploring different tools, wellness tools that they could maybe use in their everyday life going forward.
I don't know what I thought we were doing, because she didn't, I suppose because I had only recently been bereaved, she didn't want to tell me what it was about. And that didn't affect me, not knowing what it was about.
As soon as I came through the gate and into the car park, first thing I noticed was Rebecca was actually waiting. She'd heard the car coming up the drive, and I opened the boot to take my stuff out, and she said, no, leave that. I wasn't even allowed to carry my cases in, you know. And I thought, this is quite astonishing, you know. From the moment I arrived, I felt cared for, I felt served, and that endured for the whole weekend.
I was very conscious that people are nervous when they come on the weekend. It's a really big deal, and it's very brave to come to a weekend where you don't know anyone and you really don't know what to expect, and you're already probably feeling a little bit vulnerable.
I hadn't a clue what it was. I don't know if I would have had the courage to come if I'd known, but I just came along, and I didn't know I needed it until I actually arrived.
We start on the Friday night, and there's about 5 different sessions throughout the weekend, and I just make sure that the space is held for the guests during and after the sessions.
Well, we start off on the Friday evening with a cup of tea, just an icebreaker, and for people to get to know each other briefly. And then we have the first workshop of the weekend, which is Introduction to Conscious Breathwork. Saturday morning we have a yoga session. We then have a stress reduction workshop. Then we have free time in the afternoon. People have gone to the beach or a walk in nature, you know, down by the forest, a mindfulness walk. And then Saturday evening we have the sound healing bath, which is a really standout workshop of the weekend. And then we're already into Sunday, and there is some gentle movement in the morning again, some mindfulness, And we then have the nature workshop, Connecting to Nature. And then we finish with a close-in circle, an opportunity for people to reflect on, their experience of the weekend. We have a wonderful chef, Gerris, who comes along. It's all vegan and vegetarian food. So obviously a big part of minding your well-being is feeding yourself well, so we really have a big focus on that as well. So everything is freshly prepared, vegan, vegetarian, healthy, but really tasty as well.
I didn't know what we were coming to. We were sound bathing and we were forest bathing and we were crystals, and I didn't understand any of that. And Rebecca will tell everyone I brought a swimsuit. Even though I was familiar with mindfulness and being able to look after, looking after yourself, all of the different things we did down here were so new to me.
My favourite workshop was one that I didn't have to participate too much in. It was just lie down and be ministered to by the most amazing sound therapists I've ever come across. The sound bath was an absolute unique experience. Just to lie there, eyes closed, covered in a blanket, and just listen to these sounds as they washed over you and seeped into you. It was just an amazing experience. Never experienced that before.
The nicest thing I found was the forest bathing. It was just unbelievable.
We did the nature walk and we were walking in single file behind her, and it was so slow. And then I realised I just started sobbing. And it was the first time I had cried since he died, and that was 2 years after he had died. So I just started grieving because I'd realised I had been just running. This walk through nature forced me to slow down and to stay with my feelings. And then they came, and that was it. It was the release then of all that grief that I had pushed down.
To see the incredible changes that happen when strangers come together and have that time just to let the guards down, let them be themselves, and remember how they can be happy again, and that it's possible.
Well, the weekend, it's really fabulous. There's lots of tears, but there's so much laughter as well. As I mentioned, the connection with the guests, it's like people walk in and the shoulders drop. They're very nervous coming initially because it is daunting, especially when you're not feeling 100% yourself. But there's something about the house here, Sheepwalk House, it's very relaxing, and just being around other people who have just said, look, life is tough at the moment, it naturally makes people relax.
A lot of different people here. They weren't all my age. Everyone had their own little stories. I suppose I learned as well at the workshop thing that there's people a lot worse off than me. So that's, I suppose, what I found, that even though I'd come with all my griefs and whatever, other people have them as well.
Here, it's just whatever happens, and you knew there was somebody there to hold you or to just be there for you, to support you. So it was major transformation for me.
Of course, we learned lots of methods to cope with stress over the course of the weekend. Some of the workshops in terms of stress management were brilliant. So I certainly went away armed to the hilt with a variety of tools that I could use for the situations that I found myself in.
We have to find ways of dealing with it, and I would have got those tools here, I would think.
The team of volunteers that we have, they're also invested in what we're doing. I think that brings something extra special to the project.
A little bit of a community vibe, so it's not just come on the weekend and then you're off on your own. We do support after the weekend. So
I floated out of here at that time, just with a lightness, a feeling of relief, and I felt amazing, and I wanted to spread it to the world. I thought everybody should have this. When I go out of here and people are not kind, people were very kind to me when I had no hair and when it was obvious I had cancer, and they were very kind to me. But then when your hair grows back, you don't have cancer anymore, then people go back to not being kind. And so I realised then that the most important thing is you have to be kind to yourself first. And it starts there. It starts in self-care.
I think the main thing I got from here was not to be afraid to do things, to accept invitations, and to push yourself to join clubs or to go on classes or do things, and not always expect that someone else to do it for you, and I suppose the courage to accept an invitation to something.
It certainly worked out for me. I'm just an ordinary individual.
I'm moving more slowly and deliberately towards healing through self-care.